Hi guys, this is gsn.com and I'm here with the unboxing of the Poco X4 GT. So this is supposed to be a mid-range gaming phone with a quite powerful CPU, the brand new MediaTek Dimensity 8100. So we've tested the Poco X4 GT recently and it was quite impressive, it was quite a gaming device. Now let's see the Poco X4 GT, because the X3 before it was quite solid. So it's an unboxing and first impressions, and we're dealing here with an inconspicuous phone. You wouldn't tell it's a gaming phone by looking at the design. We have here the gray version, and from what I see and from what I touch, this is most likely a plastic shell, and this is probably also a plastic frame, even though its solidity may also reveal a metal skeleton behind it. Okay, so in this flat power button rests the fingerprint scanner, and if you're wondering about the price tag, it starts from 380 euros in Europe. However, early birds get it for 80 euros less from June 27th. So 300 euros for this baby, not bad. 144 Hz screen, triple back camera with dual tone flash, and 67 watt charging, plus vapor chamber. Okay, it's an unboxing, so let's see what we have inside the box. As you can see, the color yellow is potent here. It's present because it defines the Poco brand, and you can see here the key to access the slots. When I say slots, I only refer to nano SIM. We don't have micro SD. Okay, smells like new. We have the warranty card inside. We have some safety information as well. And then we have the quick start guide. We also have a foil protection for the screen. Usually such foils come pre-applied from the factory. And sometimes they align weirdly with the punch hole for the selfie camera. And this is the case, which is transparent and flexible with quite the cutout for the camera. And here are cutouts for the speaker. There are two of them. And the audio jack. Yes, we still have an audio jack in 2022. Okay, so in the box, the cable. This is a cable from USB-C to USB-A. Let's see if you can actually confirm that, so I won't say anything bad. So yes, USB-C to USB-A indeed. Next up, we got a charger. 67 watts has become the norm for Xiaomi and its related brand Poco, which is actually now externalized from Xiaomi. 67 watts and USB-A connector. We have here the promise of a full juice up in about 46 minutes, from 0 to 100%. Well, let's turn our heads and attention towards the phone. Now the camera setup here reminds me of the latest OnePlus phones, of some Realme's. It may be no coincidence that the CPU inside is also found on the OnePlus Ace and on the Realme GT Neo 3. Now, as far as the other traits of the design are concerned, the flat frame definitely helps with the grip. The phone feels a bit massive. It's a 200-gram machine with a 8.9mm thickness. From what I know, there's no water repellence here or IP certification. It's plastic all the way, unless someone can contradict me and tell me this is metal, which may just be. Now, if you go to the front side, you'll see that the bezels are nowhere near slim. I would even say that they're pretty thick for a high mid-range phone. The screen you're seeing right here is an IPS LCD, 6.6 inches in diagonal, Full HD resolution, Gorilla Glass 5 protection, and 144 Hz refresh rate. There's also HDR10 support, and believe it or not, we also have Dolby Vision supported here. Now the processor inside, it may be the core selling point of the device. Let's actually go ahead and confirm it with the IDA app. Okay, so MediaTek Dimensity 8100, 5nm octa-core, also present on the OnePlus Ace and Realme GT Neo 3. It comes with 7 layers of graphite and a vapor chamber, which is 32% bigger than on the Poco X3 GT. Aside from this CPU, which is a 5nm TSMC production, we have 8 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM and 128 gigabytes of UFS 3.1 storage. Once again, no micro SD. As far as the battery is concerned, it's a 5080 mAh unit with 67 watt charging. And aside from the color we have here, which is supposed to be, my guess is silver, there's also black and blue. We have stereo speakers, with the one at the bottom being this one, next to the USB-C 2.0 microphone and SIM tray, and this is the one at the top side next to the infrared emitter and audio jack. Aside from that, we also get an fingerprint scanner in this flat power button, and we also have support for Wi-Fi 6. There's also Bluetooth 5.3, which I'm guessing is the first time I'm seeing this on a phone. Yes, Bluetooth 5.3, not 5.2 as usual. GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, BDS, there's also NFC and infrared plus USB-C 2.0 for the port at the bottom. Now camera wise, this is quite a large cutout that we have here. It's a cutout for the selfie camera. It's a 20 megapixel shooter with Full HD video capture. If you go to the back side, this is a rather typical design for a camera. I've seen it on Oppo phones, Realme phones, OnePlus phones. I'm talking about the camera module design. So 64 megapixel main camera, f1.9 aperture, phase detection autofocus. 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera, 120 degrees, and this little fellow here, 2 megapixel macro camera. Dual LED dual tone dual LED dual tone flash, and we have 4K 30 frames per second video capture. As far as the modes are concerned, there's quite a few. Panorama, time-lapse, short video, slow motion, clone, full resolution, vlog and long exposure. We also have a night mode and a portrait mode plus photo mode with AI and HDR, and the video mode reveals the resolution supported here, which go up to 4K. We can also shoot macro videos if you want. You also have filters and a special steady video mode. Then we have the documents, which have been enhanced with black and white options, enhanced and original. You can see that it's trying to guess what the documents are by framing them. This is the Pro area where you can choose the lens, exposure, ISO, shutter, focus and white balance. As far as the software is concerned, this is, as it's stated here, MIUI 13 with Android 12 behind it and with a slight touch of Poco also applied. You can see that in the widgets which we have here. These yellow little fellows are part of the Poco launcher. Aside from that, we have this news feed to the leftmost. We have the recents area split into two columns. We have the control center separated from the notification center. We have the app drawer split into categories. And there's even a RAM extension. You can add 3 gigs of virtual RAM to your experience. Plus, we have digital well-being, we have a privacy dashboard, we have a quick ball, screen recorder, one-hand mode, and all the goodies you've come to appreciate for the phone. Now, as far as the gaming is concerned, I'll say it again, it has a special liquid Cooltech 2.0 vapor chamber, 7 layers of graphite, and a processor which promises quite a bit as far as the gaming is concerned. I will not fear installing Diablo here with zero prejudice, and also Apex Legends, so it will be an interesting gaming experience coming from the Poco X4 GT we've tested recently. So, mid-range gaming phone, we have it. 300 euros is a good price if you're an early bird. I'm going to see what it can do, because MediaTek has been getting a lot of hype recently, and I'm curious if their latest Dimensity CPU is worth it. That's it from gsn.com. Goodbye.